Welcome back to Star Zodiacs, the channel where we explore the stars to uncover the secrets of who you really are. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful and emotional placement in astrology, Chiron and Leo. Now, if you've never heard of Chiron before, let us explain. In astrology, Chiron is called the wounded healer. It's not a planet, but a celestial body discovered in 1977 that floats between Saturn and Uranus. Chiron represents the deepest emotional wound we carry and the way we can heal from it. But here's the twist: your biggest pain can also become your greatest power. So what does it mean if your Chiron is in Leo? Leo is a sign full of boldness, creativity, love, and performance. But when Chiron lands here, it can create deep fears about being seen, being loved, or feeling worthy of the spotlight. You might hide your talent, or feel crushed when your efforts aren't praised. But here's where it gets interesting: once you start healing, your journey can turn you into someone who inspires others just by being yourself. Stick with us until the very end, because we have a special bonus insight that many people with Chiron and Leo don't even know about, but once you do, it could change how you see yourself forever. Let's begin. Recognition. If you have Chiron and Leo, you may feel like the world doesn't truly see you. It can be as if you're standing in a crowded room, raising your hand, waiting for someone to notice, but no one ever does. Maybe when you were younger, you did something you were really proud of, like drawing a picture, acting in a play, or helping someone, and the people around you barely reacted. That moment, or moments like it, left a mark deep inside. You may have started to believe, if no one claps for me, maybe I'm not good enough. That wound can stay with you for years. You might start doing extra things just to be noticed, trying harder in school, being extra funny, wearing bold clothes, or acting in ways that don't feel like the real you. Or, you may go the other direction and hide your talents, thinking, why bother? Both are reactions to that early pain of not being truly seen. Recognition, for someone with Chiron and Leo, isn't just about getting attention. It's about feeling understood. It's about someone looking at you and saying, I see your heart. I see your effort. You matter. The pain comes when that doesn't happen. But healing begins when you give yourself the recognition you always wanted. When you look in the mirror and say, I am proud of me, you start to repair that old wound. The more you honor your own growth, without waiting for applause, the more your spirit begins to shine naturally. You stop needing the world to cheer for you because you become your own cheerleader. Creativity. Leo is the sign of the artist, the storyteller, the performer. And if you have Chiron here, your soul is bursting with creative fire. You might have loved drawing, writing songs, dressing up, dancing, or imagining new worlds. But somewhere along the way, someone or something may have told you that your creativity wasn't good enough, or worse, that it didn't matter. Maybe a parent or teacher criticized your ideas. Maybe your friends laughed at your drawing. Maybe you watched someone else get praise while your efforts went unnoticed. Over time, you might have started to believe that you're not creative, or that what you make doesn't count. And that's where the wound begins. Chiron and Leo hides the key to unlocking your creativity, but it's covered by fear. The fear of being judged, of not being perfect, of failing in public. You may feel stuck, like you have this bright imagination but don't know how to let it out. Or worse, like it's too late to try. But here's the truth: your creativity is healing. Every time you paint, dance, sing, or build something from your heart, you reconnect with who you really are. Not for likes, not for grades, just for the joy of it. Creativity isn't about being the best. It's about being free. So start small. Doodle. Hum a tune. Decorate your space. Let your inner artist come out and play. That's where the magic happens. Validation. Validation means feeling like your feelings and efforts matter. For someone with Chiron and Leo, this can be one of the most painful wounds. You might have been the kid who tried really hard and still felt invisible. Maybe you cleaned your room, got good grades, or made something amazing, but the praise you longed for never came. Or, worse, you were told it wasn't enough. This can create a deep craving for validation. As you grow older, you might start to chase compliments or approval just to feel okay. You might wait for someone to say, "Good job," or "You're amazing," before you can believe it yourself. And if they don't say it, you feel like a failure, even if you did something incredible. The wound of not being validated can make you doubt your worth constantly. It can lead to overachieving, perfectionism, or shutting down completely. You might even feel guilty when you do something well, like you don't deserve to feel proud unless someone else confirms it. But healing means learning to validate yourself. It means saying, "I did a good job," even when no one notices. It means feeling proud, not because someone clapped, but because you did your best. Self-validation is like watering a plant. It helps your confidence grow from the inside out. And once you start, you'll notice you don't need others to tell you you're enough, you'll already know it. Spotlight. The spotlight is where Leo feels at home. But when Chiron is in Leo, the spotlight can feel like a scary place. You may want to be seen, you may even dream of performing, leading, or standing out, but when it actually happens, you feel small or afraid. The fear of being judged, laughed at, or rejected keeps you from stepping forward. Maybe you raised your hand in school once and someone made fun of your answer. Or maybe you shared your idea in a group and it was ignored. Over time, you started to believe that being seen means being hurt. So you learned to stay quiet, to stay safe. But deep down, a part of you still wants to shine. Chiron and Leo creates this inner tug-of-war. Part of you wants attention, the other part fears it. You may go back and forth between hiding and performing, unsure of what's real. That's okay. It means you're human and healing. The truth is, the spotlight doesn't have to be scary. When you let yourself be seen as you truly are, not perfect, not polished, just real, you give others the gift of your authenticity. You show them that it's safe to shine. You don't need to be the loudest or the brightest. Just standing in your truth, gently and fully, is powerful beyond words. Joy. Joy is a natural part of Leo's spirit. It's that big, belly laugh kind of happiness that comes from being playful, silly, and free. But with Chiron and Leo, that joy can feel distant, like something you once had but lost. Maybe you were told to grow up, to stop being so loud, or to act more serious. Maybe your joyful spirit was shut down or made fun of. As a result, you might find it hard to let go and play. You might feel uncomfortable being silly or relaxed. You may even think joy is something you have to earn, like only after you've worked hard or done something big. But joy isn't a reward. It's a birthright. It's the sunshine in your soul that reminds you you're alive. Healing this wound means reconnecting with your inner child, the part of you that used to laugh just because something was funny, that danced for no reason, that found magic in small things. Start by doing something joyful every day. It can be tiny, blowing bubbles, watching a cartoon, baking cookies, jumping on a trampoline. Each time you allow yourself to feel that lightness, you heal a piece of the past. You remind yourself that it's safe to feel happy. And joy, once reawakened, becomes your superpower. Love. Leo rules the heart, and with Chiron here, love is both the deepest longing and the deepest fear. Maybe love came with conditions. Maybe you only felt loved when you did something right, or felt unloved when you made a mistake. Maybe someone you trusted hurt you. These moments created a wound that whispers, "I'm not lovable unless I'm perfect." That belief can follow you into your friendships, your romantic relationships, even how you treat yourself. You might feel afraid to open your heart, scared that if someone sees the real you, they'll leave. You might give too much, hoping to be loved in return. Or you might push people away before they can hurt you. But here's the beautiful truth: love doesn't have to hurt. Real love accepts, supports, and embraces even the messy parts. Healing means learning to love yourself first. To say, "I'm worthy of love, even on my worst days." When you start giving that kind of love to yourself, you'll start attracting people who do the same. You'll begin to trust again, to open your heart without fear. And in that space, you'll feel something that lasts longer than any heartbreak: true, unconditional love. Performance. With Chiron and Leo, you might feel like life is a stage, and you always have to be performing. Maybe you learned that people only liked you when you were funny, helpful, talented, or cheerful. So you became the entertainer, the helper, the one who always had it together. But deep down, it's exhausting. You might be smiling on the outside while feeling broken inside. You might keep acting like everything's fine, even when it's not, because you think that's the only way people will like you. That kind of mask can be heavy. But you don't have to wear it forever. Healing means realizing that you are enough, even when you're not performing. You don't have to be on all the time. You can be quiet, tired, sad, angry, and still be lovable. The people who truly care about you will love the real you, not the version you perform. When you take off the mask and let others see your true face, something amazing happens. You feel safe. You feel free. And that's when real connection begins. Comparison. Have you ever looked at someone else and thought, they're so much better than me? If you have Chiron and Leo, this may happen often. You might compare your looks, your talents, your life, even your personality, and always feel like you come up short. That's the wound of comparison. Maybe someone close to you was always praised while you were overlooked. Maybe you were compared to a sibling or friend. Over time, you began to feel like you had to compete just to be seen. And that can make you feel either very insecure, or like you always have to win just to feel okay. But you are not them, and that's a beautiful thing. Your story is yours. Your voice is yours. You don't have to outshine anyone. You only need to shine as yourself. Healing means celebrating others without feeling smaller. It means looking at your reflection and saying, I'm not like anyone else, and that's my gift. The more you embrace your unique light, the less power comparison has. And one day, you'll look around and realize, there is no competition when you're being your true self. Rejection. Rejection hurts everyone, but with Chiron and Leo, it can feel especially sharp. Maybe someone laughed at your dream, or ignored your feelings, or walked away when you needed them most. That pain might have left you thinking, it's safer to hide than to risk being hurt again. This wound can lead to self-protection. You might hold back your ideas, your love, your talent. You might pretend not to care, even when you care deeply. You might even reject others first, just so they don't get the chance to do it to you. But rejection doesn't mean you're unworthy. It just means that person or place couldn't see your value. And their opinion isn't your truth. Healing means realizing that rejection is redirection. It's life guiding you toward people and places that will truly appreciate your heart. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are not unlovable. You are someone with a bright, brave soul that deserves to be fully seen and accepted. When you stop fearing rejection, you start standing in your power. And that's when you become unstoppable. Leadership. Leo is a born leader, but when Chiron is here, leadership can feel scary or unwanted. Maybe you tried to lead once and were told you were bossy or wrong. Maybe you were laughed at when you had a big idea. Or maybe no one ever encouraged you to speak up. That creates a fear: if I step forward, I'll be knocked down. So you stay quiet. You wait for others to take charge. You second-guess your ideas, even when they're great. And deep down, you feel frustrated, because you know you were meant to lead. Leadership doesn't mean being the loudest. It means being brave enough to trust your own voice. It means making decisions from the heart, not the fear. When you start leading your own life, setting your own goals, making your own choices, you begin to step into your true power. People will notice. They'll be drawn to your strength. And before you know it, you'll be the kind of leader others admire, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it by healing. Legacy. Here's something most people don't talk about with Chiron and Leo: your life has the power to leave a legacy. Not because you're famous, but because of the way you inspire others through your healing journey. People with Chiron and Leo often grow up to be mentors, artists, teachers, or role models, not because they never struggled, but because they learned how to rise. Your pain has meaning. Your story has value. And when you embrace your path and share your light, no matter how imperfect, it becomes a spark that lights the way for others. Your legacy isn't just about what you do. It's about who you become when you choose to heal. Chiron and Leo is a journey of rediscovering your light after years of feeling invisible, unloved, or unworthy. It's about going back to the parts of yourself that were told to be quiet, small, or perfect, and letting them come alive again. You don't need to be flawless. You just need to be real. As you heal, you become a living example of courage, creativity, and confidence. You show others that it's okay to be vulnerable, to be seen, to create from the heart. And that kind of light can change the world. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon with more exciting astrology-related videos. Until then, continue to make your mark on the world. Remember, greatness knows no limits. Be sure to leave a comment on which of these traits you relate to the most or to suggest our next video topic. We try to respond to every comment left by you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more astrology content. Until next time, keep reaching for the stars.